Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy xVyperTv, and just earlier I reacted to the new trailer and the dev vision for season 2. Little did I know the patch notes were coming out in a few hours after that, but we got the patch notes here, so we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over the balance changes so y'all can see what's going on. So let's get into it. Alright, so Captain America, it says Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability, leading to a slight decrease in his overall resilience, reducing his health from 675 to 650. Reduce the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. I don't think that's me personally, I don't think that's the nerf that he needed. I think he needed a cooldown to his run. It's never been about his health. It's never been about his shield. It's always been clearly about him being able to run for days and jump for days with no cooldown at all to that. But you know, hey, I guess that that's going to help a little bit. Now, Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme will see a reduction in his offensive capabilities, limiting his battlefield control. Decrease daggers of Danak, I guess is how you say that, damage per projectile from 18 to 16. Reduce the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2. Nah, I don't know. I don't play Strange. I think Strange is kind of strong, so that nerf is, you know, whatever for me. I don't really have an issue with Strange, but I do think he's strong. Hulk, the Green Goliath will boast enhanced maneuverability and improved survivability upon entering combat. Increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Reduce cooldown times for Indestructible Guard from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Decrease minimum charge time for Incredible Leap from 0.7 seconds to 0.5 seconds. I don't think that's what he needed. I think as far as his speed and as far as his cooldowns, I think those are fine. I think Hulk needed an increase to his attack. He's really just pillow hands, honestly. I've never been scared of a Hulk unless he ults. So, I mean, this just makes him more annoying at this point, in my opinion. Magneto, the Master of Magnetism will experience a slight decrease in the frequency of his ultimate ability. Increase energy cost from Meteor ultimate ability from 3100 to 3400. I mean, I guess, you know, every time, you know, your Cloak and Dagger ults, here comes Magneto with his ult. Every time your Luna Snow ults, here comes with his ult, and he just completely negates the ults. But, I mean, honestly, if Magneto is going to be holding his ult waiting for that, then, I mean, it's not going to really be a big deal. I don't see this being a big deal or a big substantial nerf to Magneto. Peni Parker will receive enhancements to her prime attack damage efficiency and a boost to her survivability and combat capabilities. Cyberweb Cluster now has a chance to crit, reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyberweb Cluster from 40% to 20%. Wait, Cyberweb Cluster now has a chance to crit, so he can do a critical headshot? Is that what that means? Reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyberweb Cluster from 40% to 20%. Okay, so she's gonna be able to move faster while she shoots that web, and she can do critical damage with it. Increase base health from 650 to 750. I honestly wanted to see a nerf to her mines. I'll be honest with you. Penny's not that deadly to me, but it's her mines and the fact that she can throw so many all in one spot, and when they all hit you, they all hit you for a lot. She's literally fighting you. She's just throwing mines at your feet, and you're fighting her, and you're just getting blown up to smithereens. Now, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing will see a slight reduction in his damage reduction effect. Decreased embattlement leaves damage reduction effect for himself and teammates from 30% to 25%. I don't see why they nerfed that. First of all, that 30% wasn't that big of a deal. Magneto can literally knock my support out of her ult even when I jump to her if he has enough damage on his ult. I don't know why they did that. It's not really a big deal for me. Might be a big deal for my teammates that I jump to, but not for me personally. What I wanted to see with the thing is I wanted to see them make the embattlement leap where he could jump a little bit farther to his teammate, because having to rely on your teammate for your movement ability is very horrible. You might be pushing in, and as you're pushing in, you're going faster than your teammates can run, and then if they push up and then all of a sudden somebody jumps on them, they pull back, you're definitely not within that 20-meter range anymore, and it can happen like that. So all of a sudden now I'm stuck because my teammate pulled back, not because I overextended, but just because my teammate pulled back. I might have, you know, went a decent distance and still within distance of my teammates, but now they pull back just a little bit, so now they're 21 meters away from me. I can't jump to them, and that's a life or death situation. So I wanted to see a buff to that, but hey, it is what it is. We ball. Thor, the mighty Thor will receive an increase in survivability, increase base health from 525 to 600, increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. I don't know if Thor needed a buff. Honestly, I don't think he needed a buff. Thor, I felt like he was in a great spot. Ice and main Thor, when I play tank, great spot for me. I don't know why he got a buff, but hey, it is what it is. That's not really a big deal. It might be a big deal though, honestly. Thinking about how strong Thor really is, that might be a big deal, but we'll see. All right, Duelist, Black Widow. Natasha's receiving optimizations to her shooting experience. Added a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and using Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability. I don't think that's what she needed. I think she needed just to be able to shoot a little bit faster, honestly. These are just things I'm just saying in my thought process. I'm going over the patch notes and I'm thinking my thought process of what I feel would make these heroes better in the game and make it more balanced. I think she needed to just be able to shoot a little bit faster. That way she could capitalize on the hits that she takes, because she can hit you for a lot, but then if no one follows up with it, our healers can out heal what Widow can do. So that's what it is. Hawkeye. We're improving Clint's mobility while drawing his bow, enhancing his combat capabilities, increasing the threat of his ultimate ability. Reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%. Increase both instances of damage for a hypersonic arrow from 50 to 55. Decrease energy cost for Hunter's Sight ultimate ability from 3700 to 3100, and improve the bow draw speed increase from 1.35 to 1.5. Now, Hawkeye did not need a buff. I'm sorry. Hawkeye is S tier, OP. He's about to be worse. He's literally going to be banned every single game now, because that's ridiculous. Hawkeye did not need a buff at all. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't understand why they felt like Hawkeye needed a buff. Why? Because no one's playing him as much. I don't know. He's definitely getting banned every game. Sorry. So y'all buffed him just for him not to get used. Insane. Hela, the goddess of death, will see a reduction in mobility while slightly enhancing her offensive power. Increase cooldown time for her Astral Flock from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Increase spell field damage of Piercing Knight from 30 to 35. Decrease cooldown time for Soul Drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Hela didn't need to be touched. Hela was fine where she was at. Honestly, she's kind of OP, but she was fine where she was at. To be honest with you, she shouldn't have got buffed here. She got nerfed here, and then she got buffed here. I don't know. I think just leave her alone, if not give her a nerf, but hey, it's whatever. Human Torch. Johnny's attack, feedback, and survivability are being improved to enhance his impact across various combat scenarios. Reduce attack interval of Fire Cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Increase the cooldown for Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but add a new effect. After releasing Flaming Meteor, immediately gain 75 bonus health, which will start fall off 3 seconds later at the rate of 30 per second. So I felt like that he should have been able to heal in his fire. I honestly felt that he should have been able to do that. I think that's a good buff, because Human Torch, really, where he's at right now, he's in a weird space. He's good if you really know how to play him, but you could be locked down easily, and it makes no sense to use your Flaming Meteor sometimes, because you're literally just going to dive down into dying. So you do need that bonus. I think he should have like increased speed after doing it. I think he should be able to dive down and then be able to get out a little bit faster, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Decent buff. Iron Man, seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness, slightly reduce Iron Man's hitbox size. Why? Kids can't aim as it is. New feature, gain 100 bonus health activating armor overdrive or gamma overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later at the rate of 30 per second. I don't know why they love Iron Man so much to where they feel like they need to make him OP. Jesus Christ. Iron Man's already a hassle to deal with. That's gonna be annoying. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be horrible. Iron Fist. Lin Lai will see increase. I don't know if I said that right, but it's either Lin Lai or Lin Li. Lin Lai will see an increase in his combat effectiveness against vanguards, a slight improvement to his mobility, and slight reduction to survivability when first entering the battlefield. Reduce the bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall off rate from the health from 25 per second to 15 per second. All right. Okay, and then decrease the cooldown of Kunlun Kick from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. I don't know if I like that or hate that, or yeah, whatever. Iron Fist is annoying as it is too, in my opinion. Mr. Fantastic, we're enhancing Reed's capabilities while making some balance adjustments to his ultimate energy charge rate, adding additional control ability, and optimizing the release experience of his ultimate ability. Increase base health from 350 to 375, boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65, and from 75 to 80 while in inflated state. Flexible elongation, new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation. Cooldown time from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Reduce the elasticity gain from elastic strength passive from 30 to 20, while the elasticity provided by Stretch Punch is increased from 5 to 8 after entering the inflated state. The bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. New feature, when Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce ultimate ability, immediately gain gain bonus health equal to that gain when entering inflated state. Mr. Fantastic is kind of a throw character, so he kind of needed a buff. I'll have to see how this works to see if this is good or bad. I don't know. I don't play him, but all I know is he's kind of a throw character. Like, I've never been worried about a Mr. Fantastic ever in my life going against him, so I think he did need a buff. Moon Knight. We're optimizing Mark's Moonblade projectile bounce feedback while improving maneuverability, ultimate ability, and survivability. Increase Crescent Dart projectile speed from 120 to 150. I do think he needed that. As much as I hate Moon Knight, I think he needed that, because Moon Knight players can't aim, and I think they need to start aiming better. Moonblade new effect. Gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to a max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at a rate of 20 per second. Speed up Moon Knight's hook pull startup time after hit for 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. Extend the duration of Khonshu ultimate ability from 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds and increase the number of talons generated during the period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed of the talons has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction of 70% at 5 meters. Why do they keep touching his ultimate? I think his ultimate was fine where it's at right now. I don't think they needed to touch it. His hook speed needed to be changed. I get that. The 25 bonus health, I don't think whatever. I don't understand. They buff all the wrong characters in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I don't know why they like certain characters. Scarlet Witch, we're reducing Wanda's survivability but increasing her threat level against strategists and duelists while optimizing her ultimate ability release experience. Remove chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 per second to 80 per second. Okay, all right. Increase, I can't pronounce that, whatever that says, burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spellfield damage from 35 to 40. Why are we buffing Wanda? She already is like the easiest character just to pick up and just use because she has aimbot. I don't think she definitely didn't need a buff. She needed a rework of her whole kit to where it took skill to use, but it's whatever. I'm not a dev. Increase the cooldown of Mystic projection from 8 seconds to 10 seconds and reduce phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Rework the slow effect of Reality Eraser to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. So rework the slow effect of Reality Eraser. I'm trying to think which one's a Reality Eraser. I'm trying to think which one that is. I think they should have changed the way her attack works. I think it should have to be aiming at the person. Like, let it be a beam, but let it be you have to actually track somebody in order to use it. Like, it makes zero sense that I can be to the far right of Wanda and she can just hold the trigger down and it hits me. What skill is involved in that? Makes zero sense. I can literally break her ankles and she can still hit me the entire time. That's not skill. That's not competitive integrity. There's no skill involved in that. That's literally catering to people that aren't good at the game. I think they could even have it to where you have a set of rules for casuals and then you have a set of rules for comp. They can always do that. They could change characters. When you're in comp, this is how they're played. When you're in casuals, that's how they're played, but that's a video for another day. I can go down a road on that. Star-Lord, while reducing Peter's damage, output, and efficiency of his ultimate ability charge rate, reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 per second to 75. Introduce a new damage fall-off mechanic starting at 4 meters and maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. I'm cool with that. Winter Soldier, we're lowering Bucky's threat level against vanguards and reducing the margin of error in his ultimate ability. Increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. That's not what's wrong with Bucky, but okay. Reduce base damage of Kraken Impact from 100 to 80, but lower the culling and threshold from 20% of maximum health to 15. This isn't Bucky's problem. Bucky's problem is he has splash damage on his bullets, and he can literally hit people that are like, if the bullet's like to the far right of somebody, he can still hit them, and it makes zero sense. Make his projectile where he has to actually hit somebody, and you fix Bucky all the way. He's balanced. Wolverine, we're tuning Logan's rage acquisition rate and slightly lowering his control intensity over enemies. Increased rage gained from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while rage gained from Berserker Claw strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. Reduced rage gained from Feral Leap to 20 to 10 and Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gained from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Reduce the time enemy is knocked down after impact from Last Stand ultimate ability from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. As far as the rage goes, they can tweak with that. That's fine. I think the reduce the time of the knockdown, I don't think that was necessary. One, and I think they need to rework his Feral Leap. His Feral Leap needs to be adjusted how it works. They need to rework it. Nowhere, if anybody's done any fighting, and I've fought my entire life and played sports. Now, if you shoot in on wrestling, do you shoot in like this or do you shoot in like this? You shoot in like this. So I don't understand why his Feral Leap goes this way instead of this way. It makes zero sense for any type of fighting technique. Zero sense. If I'm shooting in, I'm not shooting in hunched over. I'm shooting in underneath. Like I'm shooting in like I can't demonstrate to you right now, but literally how you shoot in, you do not shoot in with your back hunched over. Like you shoot with your chest out. Like it makes zero sense how it works, and that's why people can't catch people as Wolverine. I'm Wolverine main. Well, I used to be a Wolverine main, and it literally made zero sense to me how he did that. Strategist Adam Warlock. We're slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting the healing provided by his ultimate ability after reviving teammates. Increase the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Karmic Revival now restores 30% of fallen allies maximum health instead of fixed 100 health. I guess. I don't know. I guess it's gonna make it harder for Adams to heal now, but you know, it's gonna be a throw pick now. Cloak and Dagger. We're optimizing the logic of the dynamic duo's ultimate ability. After activating Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 heal zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone, at which the point will be removed altogether. Yeah, that makes sense. Invisible Woman. We'll be fine-tuning Susan's protective capabilities to create a more strategic gameplay experience. Decrease the shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. I don't know why they did that. That makes zero sense to me, but okay. Loki. To balance Loki's influence in matches, we're making a small adjustment to the frequency of one of his key abilities. Increase regeneration domain cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. They just don't like healers, apparently, in my opinion. Mantis. To emphasize strategy over speed, we're modifying Mantis' health and buff mechanics. Reduce base health from 275 to 250. Effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. Okay, I think it should have been stacked anyway. All right, that's cool. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's healing abilities will see some adjustments to enhance team survivability while balancing his mobility. Decrease the healing area of repair mode spheres from 70 health to 50 health per second, but added a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meters to 7 meters per second. Extend cooldown for jetpack dash from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. Reduce dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. Reduce CYA, his ultimate ability, damage boost from 40% to 25%, but added a new effect during the ability's duration. Linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at the rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. I think his ult should have healed. I honestly think it should have healed. That's the problem with Rocket, is his ult does not help with healing. All right, what else we got? Team up abilities. We're just gonna run through these now. Arcane Order, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. This mystic duo is set to enhance their powers. As a team up anchor, Doctor Strange gains a maximum health increase of 100. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new magical mystic burst ability through her team up with Doctor Strange. Stars Aligned Captain America, Winter Soldier, classic partnership, now with added strength. As a team up anchor, Captain America gains a maximum health increase of 100 and a 5% bonus in damage output. Winter Soldier unlocks a devastating stellar impact ability through his team up with Captain America. I think they should have had a team up anyway, just my opinion. Mental projection, Emma Frost and Psylocke, Magneto, a powerful trio that connects minds and abilities. As a team up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum health increase of 100. Magneto receives the magnetic resonance ability through his team up with Emma Frost. Psylocke receives the soul resurgence ability through her team up with Emma Frost. Adjusted or removed. Ammo overload, Rocket, Raccoon, Winter Soldier. A slight change for this battle hardened hero. Winter Soldier loses the infinite grid ability he once had through his team up with Rocket Raccoon. I'm glad they took him off. Chilling charisma, Luna Snow, Namor. Things are heating up as synergies change. Namor has lost the frozen spawn ability with his team up with Luna Snow. Okay. Dimensional shortcut, Magic Psylocke. Temporal reconfiguration for these powerful souls. Psylocke has lost the psionic disc ability previously attained from her team up with Magik. Gamma charge, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Namor. Changes in synergy for these heavyweights. Doctor Strange loses the Gamma Maelstrom ability previously gained from his team up with the Hulk. Namor now gains the Gamma Monstro ability through his team up with Hulk. I want to see how this works. I want to see the difference with this, if it's just going to hit harder. I think that's what it's going to be. Metallic Chaos, Scarlet Witch, Magneto. A disconnect in family synergy. The team up anchor enhancement effects for Scarlet Witch has been removed, along with the Metallic Chaos team up ability. Magneto loses the Metallic Fusion ability he had through his team up with Scarlet. Thank God, because that was annoying. What is that? Voltaic Union, Thor, Captain America, Storm. A shift in electrical dynamics for this trio. The The team up anchor effect for Thor has been removed, along with the Voltaic Union team up ability. Captain America loses his charge Aegis ability from his team up with Thor. Storm loses the charge Gale ability gained from her team up with Thor. Alright, so that's the nerfs, that's the buffs. Tell me what you guys think in the comments about this. I'm got mixed feelings about some of this stuff, but that's what it is. I just can't wait for season 2. We'll see how season 2 goes down. We'll see what the meta is going to be. We'll probably figure it out pretty soon. I'm sure of it. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what your favorite nerf, favorite buff is, or what you do like or what you dislike. All right, this is xVyperTv. I stream live on Twitch every night and YouTube. See y'all later. Peace.